So, morning. Having the freedom to wake up whenever you want brings or demands a lot of self-discipline. And yeah, let's see what we got today. Welcome to another vlog. And then you try to clean things up and then take your coffee. And then of course you drop a few drops on the floor. Good job. Update on traveler's notebook passport size. Because if you watched the video or if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been using the field notes of, not the exact field notes, I mean field notes kind of notebooks for a while, and then I moved to traveler's notebook after my last field notes notebook just to see how this feels. And so far, it's not going good. It's absolutely not going good, mainly because of the reason. This thing, I don't know, I'm so used to the ease of writing on field notes where I can just pick it up, flip it, write it. This is more like I have to open this one, and then I have to open this stuff, and then the other problem that I have is I'm not sure if anyone flips traveler's notebook. I don't feel like flipping it because I don't want to spoil the spine. I'm not even sure if it's going to spoil the spine. But from the last few days of using this, nope. I really have a feeling I'm going to go back to field notes after I finish this one. Even I feel like going back to the field notes now, at this moment. But since we are committed to using this or finishing this one or this one notebook, we're gonna see how it is. So maybe it's gonna change as we go. We never know. But yeah, so far, nope, it's not going great. And I find myself writing way less compared to when I was using the field notes kind of notebooks. But yeah, once I finish this notebook, I'm gonna do a video on field notes versus traveler's notebook and share my thoughts on it. But yeah, for the whole point of this video. So for the last 1 decade or more than a decade, I've been working for myself. Like everybody has this dream about being your own boss, right? But after all these years, what I've realized is having a boss is actually nice sometimes, because having a boss lets you do or take up one role, which is being an employee. But when you are your own boss, you're taking up 2 roles. That you have to be the boss, taking the decisions, making the right decisions, or making sure you take the best decisions possible. And you have to take up the role of the employee as well, because you are the one who has to do who has to take the actions, right? I hope it makes sense. So it's more like being your own boss. It does not bring more freedom. It does in a way, but instead of one role that you've been doing when you had a boss, because you only had to be an employee, now you have to be your boss, plus you have to be an employee as well. So it's more like what I have realized is with more freedom that comes to you, it demands more and more discipline. And because you can wake up whenever you want, you can decide to do some stuff now or not. I mean, you don't, at points, you don't have a choice. I mean, you know, if you take certain decision or if you choose not to do some stuff, it's gonna add up to something undesirable. Yeah, undesirable in the long term. But you still can do it, right? You're able to do it. You're able to choose not to do some stuff. You're able to wake up and then waste the next 3 hours doing nothing, right? Because nobody's questioning you, nobody's asking you, nobody's forcing you, which is actually a problem, which is kind of dangerous. So if anyone's wondering, or if anyone's wondering what the other side of being an employee is like, or what it is really like, being your own boss, you're essentially taking up 2 roles. You being the boss who has to take the right decisions, who has to worry about the success, or I mean, basically the jobs of the role of a boss, and also you have to be an employee as well, which is crazy, which puts a lot more pressure into you than just being an employee. And secondly, the whole thing comes down to, I think, one statement: with more freedom comes more demand for responsibility, or more, no, wait, with power comes responsibility, as as it says in the Spider-Man movie. But yeah, it's kind of true. With when you have more freedom, it demands more discipline, and I'm not at all a disciplined guy. I force myself to do things. I struggle to be disciplined. I still do. I'm 37. I still struggle to be disciplined, and there are many days at the end of the day I feel like, did I just waste the day? It happens. I mean, I think that's a journey, but I know for a fact that I have to be more disciplined. I know that. But again, there is nobody to tell you or force you to be disciplined. So having freedom is nice. It's cool. It's very cool being your own boss, right? But at the same time, it brings the demand for more discipline, more self-discipline, more planning, more structure to your day, because you have to do both of the roles of the boss and the employee. So yeah, I mean, it's nice. At the same time, it demands more work, it demands more stuff, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I'm glad. I'm super glad. I just wish I had more discipline. I just wish I had more discipline. But yeah, I think it's a journey. It's a journey. But yeah, let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.